Alright YouTube, so working on the brakes, 2008 Ford Expedition. Couldn't find any YouTube videos, so I thought I'd make one here. These guys are stuck on there pretty hard. This truck has 89,000 miles on it. Luckily it's paid off and working on the brakes. I already did the first one, so now we're doing the second one. I bought a new rotor, some new pads, whatnot. We're going to put them on there. I will give a word of warning to the DIYer. You really need some brute strength to get these rotors off. They get stuck on there pretty good. I put a lot of WD-40 there, right around the wheel hub, right in here, and let it sit for 10 minutes. I went to banging on it. Those of you who don't want to replace your rotors when you put new pads on, that's fine. Not that big of a deal. If you have to get it off for some reason, or replace the wheel hub or whatever reason, you're probably going to replace it. Because if you look, you can see how much I've banged on it here. Get that sucker off. Also down there on the back, you see all the little click marks in it. That's what it takes to get it off. So just be aware, if you get a fix work on that hub for some reason, or a speed sensor or whatever not, you're going to get a new brake rotor. Rock Auto, I recommend. Way cheaper than AutoZone or anybody else around town. I'm in Texas, so it's been on the beach a couple times, so it's got some rust in it. Maybe yours isn't this bad, but you know. Caliper wise, it's pretty simple. Double piston, really simple. You've got these slider caliper bolts here that you've got to take off. That down there, I don't know if you can see it or not. Probably not very well. That is a 9mm hex socket. I'll show you what it is. This guy right here. Right over. 9mm. You're gonna need one of these. 10 will not fit. Neither will an 8. It has to be a 9. And then you have to have one on this side. And you got one on that far side over there. They're lubricated like some lithium grease, pretty much. Mine are pretty good, so I don't need to relube them or anything right now. But be aware, they do slide whenever you hit the brakes. So you got to be sure that they're nice and oiled and lubed. Other than that, it's a pretty simple brake job. I took a wire brush and cleaned all the deposits off now. The light rust cover I've been scrubbing. The dark color is what it used to look like before. So you'll notice also on the rotor here, not on the rotor, on the caliper I should say. See this little lip that's starting to develop here? That is actually the caliper itself melting away. I don't know if it's gotten hot or what. The brake pads, these are original brake pads for the car that I took off of here, and you know, they still said Ford Motor Company on them. Well, they may have been glued on there or something. I don't know what was going on with it, but they were stuck on there like snot, man. So I had to bang them off, but they came off not too bad. Here's the picture of the rotor that came off of there. See the glue pattern on there? I don't know what they were thinking, but you also see the brake pad itself. Look how it's all if it focus. See how the pad itself is all kind of ribbed over on the end there. So it's gotten hot for sure. I don't know why it's gotten so hot, but this is the passenger side. I already did the driver's side. It took me about 2 hours to find all the parts. I had to go back and forth between the store to find that 9mm hex head socket. I do have a electric torque wrench, power tool. That does help, let me tell you. But I put the sucker on to get these bolts out. These are the bolts here that go, that hold the caliper mounting bracket on. And these guys were stuck in there. You see they got some blue thread lock on them. This is again from Ford, original to the factory. They were stuck on there, so I had to really put some heave on them. Even the impact wrench wouldn't get them off. So that's 350 foot-pounds of torque. So that goes to show you something. These are all metric PS, by the way. None of this is SAE or American. You're looking at an 18mm here for the caliper bolts. Again, these are 9mm here. I think the wheel lugs for me are 21mm. Those fit the best. So if you don't have any metric sets, you better go buy you a good one, because you're going to need it if you're going to work on this thing. And I imagine all the other suspension pieces are probably metric too. So why skip when you can go metric, right? Anyway, we'll get this back on working here, and I'll get you back in a couple minutes.